Hello. Welcome to our... Come with me. Okay, things are looking okay on the homestead. Not great. We have been working on installing our large water tank. It's 1,100 gallons. That's up in the trees. It's really, you can't see it from here, but it's pretty high. That'll give us good water pressure. We've been delivering water in this 275 gallon tote right here and transferring it using a powered transfer pump. About halfway through our second 275 gallon jug yesterday, the transfer pump stopped. So we were really upset because we just bought that pump. But after doing a little bit of testing, it wasn't the pump, it was the generator. So we bought this generator years ago. I can't remember when, this is maybe 10 years ago. We really didn't use it very much, but we have used it a ton since we got on property. Unfortunately, yesterday it quit working completely. The generator would run, but there was no power. So we put it up on a bench, we took it apart, we found a broken part, we super glued it back together, and we reinstalled it, and it ran for about 3 more hours last night. And so far so good. I'm gonna have to find a new part for that because the super glue is not gonna hold forever. That allowed us to charge our batteries and power our trailers for a couple hours last night. We are mostly on solar power, but it rained all day yesterday. So we had no sun and our batteries died. This morning, when we got up, the other trailer wasn't charging any batteries or running any power. And we've traced it down to this converter box. This box, the 1999 converter box, has stopped working. And what that does is takes a high voltage from the generator, drops it down to run the trailer, and then charges the batteries. But there's absolutely no juice coming out of it. So the job right now is to take this thing out, put it up on our workbench, and do our best to see if we can fix it. Let's see how that goes.
You get the, yeah.
This is not the proper way to wire a trailer. It's working. There are chickens everywhere.
There's only 6 of them.
I know.
Did you get a shot of the guinea?
Come here, Dave. Step into the sun. Don't be shy. What type of beans?
Pinto.
Pinto, okay. That's a pretty fancy cooktop right there.
Ooh, it's hot.
It is so hot. I'm glad to have separated that from the pots because look how discolored the metal's getting already. That was our pot yesterday. It just turned black. Mom will never forgive me. Running water.
Yep.
It's sort of an illusion because there's 600 gallons up there, but it looks infinite from here, doesn't it?
It's like as if we're hooked up to city water, but really we've got a tank up there that we have to fill.
Every time we fill that tank, it costs us $2.50.
Pretty good.
Probably costs $12 in gas.
Still.
But that's
pretty cheap water.
pretty good water, pretty good cheap water. Beautiful thing. I kind of see this whole project as like your baby, like you really want to tear this thing down.
Let's do it.
I know.
Why don't you get on it?
$6,000 to have it gone tomorrow. It's a lot of money in our world right now.
Yeah, tear it down already.
What?
If I can tear it down by
Just tear it down
tomorrow, I get $6,000.
If you can tear it down by tomorrow, I'll give you $6,000. It has to be all off property, by the way.
So today we've decided to move the goat coop. It was really muddy and mucky down there, which of course, basically up until a few days ago, we hadn't gotten a lot of rain since we'd been here. So we set up the goat coop in this kind of flat area down the hill from us, not thinking that it turned into a swamp when it rains. So we decided to move it uphill into a drier area. It's been raining for several days and this area is fairly dry, and it's uphill, so the rain will hopefully run downhill and it'll be a better choice, I think, for them, just to keep them cleaner and drier and warmer. Just takes a little undoing of the coop and we also bought some bigger kettle panels that are a little sturdier to make sure we can keep out predators. So we'll just spend the afternoon moving that. See, yeah, you can kind of tell as we walk around in here.
Okay, what's next?
It's kind of,
Are we taking the roof all the way?
Is that 3? Are those 4 ticket screws down?
Yeah.
it's kind of squishy and muddy.
Yep.
Are you being a good helper? Yeah. Emma's being a good helper. She's holding baby so Mama can cook dinner for all of us. Figuring out your new home. Well, everybody's standing around a big hole. Brendan has his arm all the way down, building the post for the gate. Yeah, my kid could probably stand in it.
I don't even know what an asparagus start looks like.
Well, oh,
Did you get 2 different kinds?
so yes, these are called Millennium asparagus, and they're supposed to be purple.
Are they going to blame other people when they have life problems? Oh, millennial.
Not millennial, millennium. And so that's them. And you plant them really deep, I guess. And then I got just a plain green kind, which are called, oh no, these are the purple ones. That's funny because the purple bag threw me off. So the millennial are actually just a regular green kind. And this is the purple passion asparagus.
Dude, those are going to be crazy because that's
And-
more, I don't know, we maybe will get them in less than 3 years if they're
Well,
actually
so
that
it says
far.
the second year you can get a short cutting. You cut them for about a week and then you leave them for, and then after that consecutive years you can cut them for 6 to 8 weeks during the growing season. Next year we'll only cut them about 1 week, and that way it just kind of it encourages them to keep growing.
Yeah.
So
Sweet, where are you planting them?
so see the flat down there? That's
Yes.
where I want the greenhouse. And there's a little bit of, it's not marshy like this, but there's a little bit of a spring area that's a little wetter that looks like it has some water. So I'm going to plant right by that because asparagus
great.
needs a wetter area. So,
Sounds great.
but I want them by the greenhouse down there, I think, which I think that's where the greenhouse is going to go. Okay, so if I can't get my face in the shot. So I am planting the asparagus. I've already started digging. The batteries on our other camera ran out, so I had to go get another one. I'm just going to dig kind of a big rectangle here. I know asparagus need certain things, and I didn't prepare. I didn't think they'd be here this quick. They pretty much came overnight from when I bought them, maybe 2 days. And I really thought I had another week or 2 to prepare a bed. So we are digging kind of a rectangle, and then I'll plant a few rows inside that rectangle because I want to get all the grass out. That's the biggest problem with gardening here is we know we want to do like a mulching covered back to Eden type garden where we mulch things, but we got to get the grass out because the grass is going to choke everything out, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just digging and hopefully we can get some asparagus in the ground today. We have a pretty big hole. It's not nearly enough because I have actually a lot of asparagus, but I need a break and the kids need lunch. So I'm going to read about how far apart they need to be and hopefully be able to get at least one section of them in the ground. Look at you. I wish I would have got you picking her up. I tried really hard to be fast, but I wasn't fast.
Yeah.
This is not good. The sun has not shined for 2 days. Our batteries are very low. Our generator, which is kind of our fail-safe plan, has broken. And I can't find a part for less than about 4 days in shipping. So I might be buying a new generator today. We had fixed this part before with super glue, but it didn't hold, of course. And my plan was I would just design and 3D print the part, but I don't have power to do that, and I don't have the right cable to attach it. So we're going to buy the part online, get it shipping, try to find the part in town at the same time, I don't know. I just don't know what's next. I mean, we may be just buying a generator today. So this is me stressed. It's going to get cold tonight. We have no way to charge our batteries or run our furnaces. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. So the broken part has been reassembled. There's literally a nail through it and then some of this wire holding it together. And we couldn't solder the fastener back on because we don't have any power or solder. So we did a crazy Jimmy rig job on this thing. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's give it a crank.
It is a cold and rainy day here. It's good. It's hard to get laundry done. I try to do a load of laundry every morning because it's harder to do a lot at one time. So if I can just do 1 or 2 little loads at a time, hang them up, and then of course Megan's doing her diapers and 1 load, so she kind of does 2 every morning. But kind of got that done this morning. It's raining on the laundry that's on the line, but hopefully it'll dry eventually and the wind will dry it maybe. You can hear the baby buck. He's ready for his mama back. The mom is ready to be milked, but it's not time yet. She's trying to go early. So I have just enough time, I hope. We dug up these beds a couple days ago. We have a couple more going right here, but we're going to try to plant, at least get peas in the ground today, and I'm hoping some like lettuce and spinach. So no sooner did I turn off the camera there, and it just started downpouring. It's mostly just rain, but there's like a weird grapple. It's like this grapple is what I would say. We keep saying it's hailing, but I retreated to our makeshift greenhouse, mostly because when it's raining out, she wants to go under her shelter, but we keep the buck in there during the day and we milk in the afternoons, because we don't have a place to keep him at night that's separate from her. So during the day, it's easier to let her out and graze and keep him in the pen. He's got a little bit of alfalfa hay and of course whatever grass is in the pen to eat. But he has been bawling for her and she is ready to be milked. With the rain, she's down there standing and trying to get in to the pen to get dry. And she keeps trying to come under our shelter that's near our campers, but then she pees and poops on our porch, which we don't like. So I try to encourage her to come in the greenhouse, which is not that far from us. See, we are there. Greenhouse is here. And she doesn't really get it. So I keep standing in here with her to train her to come in here. I give her treats and show her the grass. Now it's a little marshy in here. Kind of have a little swamp going. Pretty much everywhere on the property is a swamp at this point, I feel. We moved the goat coop a few days ago because it was a swamp where it was. The new one is better, but not great. It's better. Also, we have chickens on the porch. We have to chase them out too because they just, I don't know. There are bugs and grass everywhere on this property and all the animals want to be on our porch. They're all apparently very needy animals at this point. We actually are thinking we may need another goat because, not just because we'd rather have more milk, but because we think she's lonely. Poor Almond. We think she's lonely and she needs a friend. And maybe she wouldn't spend so much time on our porch. We'll see. I'm not finding anything right this second that is a good deal that's a goat in milk. Okay, seriously cleared out for like 4 seconds and then another wave of it is coming over. I walked all the way back out to the field and brought all my stuff back out. It's another wave. So I'm just gonna have to start, wet or not. On and off all day, and in the end it's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening. We were planting the last of our garden and it started doing this. I'm gonna call it grapple. I really want to call it snow, our asparagus, which is right there. You can see Brendan and Josiah. The asparagus is underwater completely, so I don't know what they're doing. Trying to dig it out, which, I mean, if you dig it up now, I don't know if it'll grow. So I don't know if it'll grow in the swamp, but I guess we'll see. I don't know if you can see the rainbow. Might be just me, but it looks like it's going straight into my asparagus patch. Maybe there's hope yet.
So left-handed, just for the video, left-handed. Right-handed, just for the video, right-handed. Yeah, that wasn't open. You're gonna edit this, right?
We'll see.
No.